Hello, everybody, and welcome back. I'm Jason Fields,
I'm Luke Dolan.
and we're here with.
Loukas Georgiou.
It's good to have you here. So, start off the interview. What was your journey kind of coming here? How'd you end up becoming a Gale?
Well, I started playing soccer when I was super young, and actually I hated it at first, but my dad was a huge soccer guy, so I stuck with it. And I started my career as a striker actually, but my team needed a keeper one day, and I volunteered, and I just fell in love with it, But yeah, just years of hard work, dedication, grinding. The recruitment process was a little bit tough, especially after COVID. But I'm glad Coach Hamilton saw potential and had faith in me, and I'm just super happy to be a Gale.
Is there any goalie that you model your game after?
Yeah, I have a couple actually. So I'm a huge United fan, so definitely David De Gea, Manuel Neuer, Buffon, Tim Howard. It's hard to choose this one. They all have unique styles that I try to take a little piece of and implement into my game.
Well, it's there's a lot of great goalies out there, so there's definitely a lot to learn from. So let's talk about the season. So you're kind of on the bench for a while, but then late in the season you take over very late. That's a lot to ask. So what was it like, just kind of when you first got in there towards the very, very end of the season? What was that like?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely not an ideal situation having to take over so late in the season, but I always was ready. I worked hard in training every day. I think I proved to coach that I was able to go in and have success, but it was definitely a little bit nerve-wracking going into that first game, especially such a hard stretch of games coming up, playoffs and everything. But I'm super glad I finally got the opportunity and that I showed up.
What were those first feelings like first taking the field in your first start? Did you kind of have a well, I'm here moment, like I've made it?
Yeah, I mean, I think I kind of was just fully focused on doing my part and playing well for the team. It was a very proud moment for me, definitely after all the years of hard work, and especially sitting on the bench for the past 3 years. But I don't think I ever accepted my role as a backup. Like I said before, I just kept working hard. I dug my heels in, and I'm just glad I got the opportunity in the end.
I can imagine. Must have felt great.
So yeah, when you took over, and then you guys had a great tournament run. How did that run in the MAAC tournament go for you?
Well, it was definitely very nervy. It's a one and done kind of thing in the playoffs. You lose, you're out. But I think we all, as a team, we just trusted each other. We knew, we trusted our work. I don't think anybody on the team thought that we weren't going to make it to the final. And after the last 2 years of losing, I think we knew it wasn't an option to lose. So yeah, like I said before, we just dug our heels in, and we trusted our work, and I'm glad we got to win in the end.
Well, talking about that, the history your team had the last 2 years, you guys obviously, you had gone in, you had a tough history with it. What was the feeling like going in this year? Was there a sense that, okay, this year's going to be different. This is going to be the year that we overcome and we get our MAAC championship?
Yeah, it was definitely tough at the beginning of the season because we had lost so many core guys from the year before. Half the group was all new players. So, but I think we're a very close-knit team, and just straight from the bat, we got to work. We didn't listen to any of the expectations or anything. We just we trusted our work, and we trusted our style of play, and we knew we were always going to make it to the playoffs. And the final, it was just a matter of, who wanted it more in the end, and I think we showed that when we proved that we wanted it more.
Well, me and Luke, we were actually at that championship game, and I can tell you, at least from just watching it, it was certainly, what an entertaining game, just a thrilling game. I don't know what playing in it, that must have been just...
Yeah, can you talk to us about that?
Yeah, I think I was definitely more nervous before the game than I was actually playing in it. there were so many people there, but I knew like they were bringing the energy. They were behind us. I'm glad we were at home because I would have hated to be a Rider player in that game. But yeah, it was very exciting for me. You know, my whole family was there, so having them, you know, supporting us and supporting me was just a great moment.
So in that game, right before, I believe, extra time, the disallowed goal.
Yeah.
Just talk about the emotions going in after that, going into the locker room. What did the coach say to you guys to kind of keep you guys saying, hey, it's all right, we got more soccer to play? What did he kind of do to keep the team leveled?
Yeah, well, the same thing he's been telling us the whole year. Just, you know, stick to our style of play, stick to our philosophy, you know, don't lose our heads. I mean, it was definitely tough going a man down, but I think the disallowed goal actually gave us a little bit of a push. You know, we were thinking, oh, we could actually go on and win this. You know, we already scored one that unfortunately didn't count, but I think we had that belief in the team that, you know, we were going to get over the line in the end.
You said you had that belief, but then you go into extra time, down a man, and then you end up scoring in overtime, or Rossi does.
Yeah.
How did that feel? Like the whole like celebration, the jubilation, and this field storming at the end. Were you in that moment?
Yeah, just I think it was one of the greatest moments, you know, of my life so far. It was just so surreal being able to, you know, just run through. I didn't even know what was happening. Really, I was just running through a crowd of people, you know, hugging people. I was very emotional, but you know, I was looking for my parents. But yeah, I think it was just such a proud and incredible moment for me to be able to, you know, be a part of that, be a part of such an incredible team, and yeah.
What's it like to play for your coach? He's been there a while. He's a guy who I actually interviewed him once. He's a very nice guy, but he's also a very, you know, stern guy.
Yeah.
He's going to tell you how it is. What's it like playing for him?
Well, he's a great coach, as everybody here knows. I mean, to make the MAAC final 3 years in a row is just a great achievement. And personally, playing under him, you know, I've loved it. He's, like you said, he tells it how it is, but I think that's a good thing. He tells me when I'm doing something wrong or what I need to improve on, but he also tells me when I've been playing well and training well. And yeah, I think he's an incredible coach, and even more so as a person.
Do you have, like, on the team, do you have a teammate you're especially close with, you would say?
I mean, Bruno Rivera, he's my roommate, so
Yeah.
definitely he's going to be one of them. But I think I share a lot of the same interests with Dino, you know, the center back. He got injured, unfortunately, before the playoffs, but, you know, we have a lot of the same music tastes, you know, all that. We like the same bands, so we get along well.
It's good to hear. So you're going to play soccer next year, I assume, right?
Yeah.
So looking forward to next year, do you have a goal set for next year that you say, it was great to win the MAAC championship this year, there's something I want to build upon now heading into my final year of college?
Yeah, well, I mean, personally, just to, you know, keep on training hard and hopefully keep the starting position. But as a team, I think definitely winning the MAAC final again, but, you know, actually, you know, making it to the NCAAs and winning a game in the NCAAs would be, you know, a very cool achievement, which unfortunately we couldn't do it this year. But, you know, next year the opportunity's there. You know, we have the momentum. We're the MAAC champs, so hopefully we can get that done.
And they'll never be able to take that away from you,
No.
that MAAC title.
Would you say, like, this whole journey you've been on so far, and there's still like another year left, has it been like worth it now so far?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, it's been a tough journey, you know, not playing for the past 2 years, starting so late in the season this year, but, you know, it's been super fun for me so far. It's just such a cool experience to play Division I, and, you know, hopefully I can continue to work hard and prove to people that, you know, I can play at this level and be the starter here.
Yeah, I mean, so when we look at, the soccer team, a guy that really stood out for me when we were watching was Battista Rossi, the championship-winning goal. He was scoring every time I was there. He was scoring goals. So, what's kind of his mentality like? What makes him able to, in those high-pressure situations, put all the pressure aside, just go out there and score goals?
I mean, I think he's a crazy person. Personally, he's always like up to something in the locker room, and he's playing his Spanish music, and but he's like a workhorse of this team. Definitely, he never stops running on the field, which you guys probably see. I mean, he presses the back line like crazy, and he puts them under pressure, and they start making mistakes. And I mean, as you saw in the final, like the goal that he scored, he put the defender under pressure, and he headed it back into his own goal. So
he looked like he was going to explode after that. So,
yeah,
I mean, he was
I was
pretty
filming it on camera.
Yeah, he was pretty fired up, although admittedly for pretty good reason.
Yep.
I guess one more question I do have is that relating back to the game, did it feel good to like get back at Ryder for what they did like the year before?
Yeah, I mean, definitely it was a great feeling, but it definitely wasn't something that we were focused on. Coach Hamilton told us before the game, like, put all that aside, put last year aside, just focus on this game. Like I said before, don't listen to, the expectations of, oh, you have to be a Ryder now, you lost to them last year. Don't listen to all that talk, just play our game, and I'm just glad we were able to succeed.
Of course. Well, it was great to talk to you, man. It was great to get some time with you. Those soccer games that we watched, especially that MAAC championship, that was a great game. I mean, we were both there. We were working with ESPN, but that was such a great game to me, just watching it. Just a very physical game, back and forth, and you played great in it. So it was great to see.
Both my friends actually went to that game. It was the first game they've seen me playing, but
First game?
Yeah, I told them after the game, I was like, what a game that you guys were able to come to and watch, and it was just cool the amount of people that were there to witness that as well. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll never be able to go to another one after that.
Yeah.
They're not going to get a better experience than that one right there.
No, definitely not. Unless somehow we top it next year, but we'll see.
So you had your friends and family there.
Yeah.
That really must have made the moment extra sweet,
Yeah.
To be in net and to win the championship.
Oh, it was awesome. I'm glad, they were able to be there, and I'm glad they were rooted, supporting me, and they were proud of me, so that's the most important thing.
Of course. Well, it was great to do the interview with you, man. As always, we wish you luck next season.
Thank you.
I'll be graduated, but I'll still be wishing you guys luck. So
Same with me. We wish you guys luck.
Thank you.
Wish you guys luck. You got to win it again, though. Got to go back to back.
Yep.
That's the goal.
Of course.
Thank you for taking the time to join us today.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yep.
As always, I'm Jason Fields.
And I'm Luke Dolan.
We're signing out.